The heart is essentially surrounded by a bag that we call the pericardium, and it's just a multi-layered sac that's going to protect our heart. It has the outermost layer, which is called the fibrous pericardium, and it's this really, really tough layer. It's just going to anchor the heart to the diaphragm and also to the great vessels like our aorta and our pulmonary trunk. Basically, that fibrous pericardium is just holding the heart right where it needs to be. And when I said that it was tough, I meant that if you were holding it in your hands, you probably couldn't rip it. So, why does this even matter? Well, remember that the heart is a big muscle, and muscle is naturally stretchy. If the heart was allowed to keep stretching, it could actually overfill with blood, which wouldn't really be ideal. But that fibrous pericardium, it prevents this from happening by putting a limit on how much the heart can expand. It acts like a natural safety net so that the heart doesn't overstretch and fill. Deep to that outer layer is the serous pericardium. This one is a double layered sac, and its main job is to reduce friction as the heart beats. Just think about where your heart actually sits. It's tucked away behind your lungs and pressed right up against other structures in your chest. Every single time that your heart beats, if we didn't have this serous pericardium, your heart would rub against those surfaces and give itself a friction burn. But that serous pericardium prevents that from happening. It contains the parietal layer, which is the outer part of the serous pericardium. It's going to line the inside of the fibrous pericardium, and closest to the heart itself is the visceral layer. This layer sticks directly to the heart's surface. Between the parietal and visceral layers, we have the pericardial cavity. This cavity, it is filled with pericardial fluid, and that fluid is what acts like a lubricant. It's going to make sure that with every beat, the heart moves smoothly instead of rubbing and creating damage. So, one important note that I want to make is that the visceral pericardium and the epicardium are actually the same exact structure. We just change the name depending on the context. So, whenever we're talking about the pericardial sac, we say visceral pericardium, but whenever we're talking about the layers of the heart, we call it the epicardium. Same structure, just two names. So overall, the pericardium, it protects the heart. The fibrous pericardium is going to anchor it in place and keep it from overstretching. The serous pericardium is going to reduce friction so that your heart can beat a billion times without wearing itself out. And don't forget to like and follow for more. See you next time.